Hello everybody and welcome to Diary of Our Days at the Breakwater episode 11 anime review. First off, I'm testing some things with the light, so if the green screen looks weird or if anything else looks a bit weird, sorry about that. It's because I'm testing some lighting, because lighting is important, don't you know? But anyway, on to this week's episode. The first, I guess we'll call it a failure for Hina, you know. I was going to say the plot thickens, but this is a slice of life. The whole point is there is no plot, and that is a good thing. Well, it's not a good thing, but it's a fine thing, you know? Who needs plot when you're cute girls doing fishing? But I also had more active Hina, which I guess makes sense considering, believe it or not, it's actually the season finale next week. I know it feels weird to say, I forgot as well. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see exactly how everything went down, and do this thing. We open up on Hina and Natsumi fishing, which is a bit of a strange thing. Normally, you know, they go fishing, but they don't start fishing. But this week they did. Hina catches a fish called a spiny. I didn't write down the actual name, because of course I didn't, but we shall refer to it as a spiny, named as such because it has got spines. They are poisonous spines. They will very hurt. So yeah, also apparently don't taste very well, although Kuroiwa is insistent that actually no, they're delicious. What's wrong with you heathens? Eat the good fish. They release it and she is like, what are you doing? Idiots! And then she sends Ono, the muscle, I guess, to say, hey, actually, if you prepare them right, it's pretty good. To which Ono then, you know, they catch a few more. Ono then does prepare it right, and wouldn't you know it, it's delicious. And Kuroiwa just sat there with this smug look on her face, like, oh yeah, I told you so. And yeah, she did tell you so. You should always listen to the senpai. Senpai knows best even when it seems they might not. They always do. Trust me on that one. Hina brings some spinies home to her parents who are like, hey, this looks a bit crap. And then she's like, oh, yeah, actually, I think you'll find if you cook it right, it's delicious. Now she's acting the expert to her parents, even though, reality, she's not an expert. She's not an expert at all. But, hey, you're an expert compared to them, I guess. The neighbours gave them some whiting or whitting. I don't know how it's pronounced. Could be either, but to which that's delicious, and Hina decides the next day, I want to catch some of this, and they're all looking at like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that, Hina? I'm not sure if you're up to that. Why do you think she's not up to that? Because the bait is disgusting worm things, like actual living. I mean, they're awful. I couldn't do it. I'm pretty squeamish. I think this counts for here. Yeah, I'm pretty squeamish. Wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole, if I'm being completely honest. Hina is terrified. Old man shows her, hey, artificial bait, you can use this. And she's like, why didn't you tell me this to begin with? And because they want to mess with her, because Hina was acting a bit cocky. She's like, oh, look at me. Well, I'm not always going to be on the sidelines, you know, waiting for you to decide. Sometimes I want to do things. To which I guess Kuroiwa was like, right, you little shots. Almost swore there. I'm in charge, so I'm going to prove to you I'm in charge. She gets to pick the rig stuff herself. Is bad at it because she didn't look anything up. So she asks the old man for help. He goes through everything she needs in great detail. So good job, old man. The others, while she gets the artificial bait, the others though, they're true. They're women among women. They get the proper worms. They are ballsier than me, which I think I'm ashamed to admit, but I just admitted it. So who cares really? However, Hina is determined to prove that you can still catch them with artificial worms, because they're all like, we're not sure if you can even catch them with artificial worms. And I'm just sitting there like, well, obviously you can. Otherwise they wouldn't sell them. Why would they sell something that doesn't work? That doesn't make any sense from a business point of view. You get so many complaints and returned orders. Of course it works somehow. Brain, Hina, brain. Briefly discuss how expensive this stuff can get, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty much... At this point, all hobbies are expensive. The only way to not spend a lot of money is to be the most boring individual in the world, and you don't want to do that. They head to the beach. I guess we briefly get a beach episode. They play in the sea for a bit because we haven't had one of them yet, despite it being a beach anime. But then Ono is timidly like, okay, I can't go in the ocean. I just want to fish. Can we get to that now? They get to the fishing. Hina sets herself up without any help, sets her rig up, shows how far she's come in this fishing rigmarole. The other ones, I mean, then she gets to the fake worms, sorry, and even they are they're not exactly, they're very realistic, we'll go with. And she has a struggle with even then, but eventually she does it. She wants to show off that she's done it. And she sees Natsumi just ripping a worm's head off like a live one, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm peacing out, Chief. She runs away, about as far away as you could possibly be, to watch, basically. She's like, I can't look at those worms, that's disgusting. Kuroiwa shows her exactly how to catch these things, shows her a little beginner trick, so she should be doing really well. Hina, though, well, Hina gives it a go, but doesn't pan out the way she'd expect. Hina attempts this fishing rigmarole for a long ass time, like most of the day. Didn't catch anything. At one point she got a tiny wiggle, like she got the equivalent of when you throw a Pokeball at Mewtwo and you get like the triple wiggle, but then it just busts out. Nothing's worse than the triple wiggle bust out. You know. But yeah, she gets very sad about this because she's like, man, I suck, basically. She starts thinking, okay, maybe it's not possible with artificial bait, and it's like, well, then you've been ripped off, then you should go get a refund if that is the case. The others are watching her, and they're like, she's been doing this all day, can we please help her now? And Kuroi was like, no, she said she wanted to be all not independent, but, proactive, so, she's going to have to figure out it on her own. And it's like, yeah, I get that. Makes some sense what they were saying, to be honest, but then Kuroiwa did throw a thing. She was like, okay, if she asks you for help, you can help, but no offering the information yourself. And they're both like, please ask for help. We want to help you here. She didn't catch anything all day, and she goes to see the others, and she's like, well, I give up. She just gives up just like that, and the others are like, okay, that's not good. Look at Kuroiwa, like, look at what you've done. You need to sort this out. And sort it out she does. She's like, all right, Hina, come here. I'll give you some friendly advice from your friendly neighborhood fisher senpai. After that, she goes home and proceeds to Google a lot of, hey, how do I do this with a bait? Also, like, don't you have a phone, Hina? You could have just Googled it on your smartphone. Maybe that's just me, like, thinking that like a modern person, but like, you could have done that at any point. You didn't need to wait till you got home. I guess maybe they don't take their phones because it ruins the experience. I have no idea myself. But there's a plot hole. I'm not calling it a plot hole, that's ridiculous. She looks it all up, finds a bunch of different things she can do, ends up, going down the rabbit hole. If you search something on the internet, you'll click on the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. That's exactly what happens to Hina. She finds a lot of stuff, she's very happy, and she swears, you know what, next time, tomorrow I'm gonna get one if it goddamn kills me, because I'm having a great old time just looking things up, so I'll have a great old time when I've got that fish in my mouth, yeah. So my favourite part of the episode is, it's quite a, what's the word? It's a recurring theme we'll go with. It's Kuroiwa being helpful by being unhelpful, if that makes sense. Like, she's not helping directly, but in not helping, she's helping Hina in the long run, because Hina's going to figure things out for herself. Even if she needed a little bit of a hint to get there, hey, she didn't give her the whole answer, and that's the important part. It's like people who like copy people's homework. It's like, you haven't learned anything. You've only cheated yourself, or whatever that meme was from, was that last year? I can't remember. The timeline's all shifted because of the old Rona, so who knows when it was. I certainly do not. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. Feels like this has been a bit of a shorter one, but hey, I don't have too much to talk about. It was another good episode. Nice to see some problem. I don't even want to call it a conflict. It was a problem, but it looks like they're going to solve it. Next week's the finale, I do believe, unless it's 13. No, it must be 12. So that's exciting. Again, feels like it's been going on forever because of the it got delayed or whatever after episode 3. So yeah, for a smaller show, it's felt weird that it's been not delayed, but it feels weird that it's been going on so long, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I guess I'll wrap this up now. Thank you for watching this review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Again, sorry if the green screen buggers up at some point. I'm testing lights and stuff. I'll figure it out eventually. That's the good thing. I will see you next week for another episode of this, the season finale of this, as I just said. Take care, and bye, guys.